Synergy and New Skin, they have a mutual relationship, okay? So to share, before I proceed with that, I'm going to share my background first, okay? So my background, I started the business, New Skin, at 18 years old. So I have zero background on entrepreneurship. And I have also zero background when it comes to finance, leadership. So everything, I learned it from Synergy. Okay, so Synergy is a collaboration, a community of entrepreneurs with a vision of empowering more Filipinos through entrepreneurship. Okay, and tonight, through this event, our goal is to really become more close, to become more personal with the successful leaders of Synergy. Because as you notice very evidently that almost all the awardees a while ago, they're actually products of Synergy. And tonight, we will have an opportunity to get up close with them, to really learn how they were able to build a business through New Skin. Okay, but tonight I will not do it alone. Okay, so I will be with someone who will actually help me also learn from other successful people, and that someone is actually one of the most, I believe, one of the most inspiring, most powerful success stories in New Skin. Okay, because his background is really from beginnings, and it's really a life transformed by New Skin, because right now he's already a 2-year presidential director, and he's also a member of the $1 Million Circle, and he's also a Forbes Asia featured entrepreneur. Okay, so it's an honor to host with him. Please have the welcome 2-year presidential director and $1 Million Circle member, Mr. Erwin Agustin. Hindi pa? Yes, so. Pero sila kumain na ba kayo? Oo. Ayan. Thank you to Sandy. Thank you to Sandy. For the food, thank you Sandy. Salamat to Sandy. Ayan, thank you. Okay, Erwin, congratulations 2-year presidential director. So, Erwin Agustin, right? Erwin, so, actually, ito palang, this success celebration, backtrack ko lang, no, I remember. Kasi alam ko that when Synergy started, yung ganitong mga success celebrations, usually ginagawa lang nila yan sa mga Max Restaurant, Food Court, Jollibee. Would you believe that? Yes. That's how Synergy started. So after the success seminar, they go to food courts, then they do this. Okay, and then wala pang masyadong awards, wala pang masyadong billions.
Naalala ko dati kapag Ruby executive ka, ano yun? Full speech.
Big deal, oh yes, full speech na yun.
Ngayon, mapaparing ka na lang.
Parang may paputok na yung Ruby, di ba? May gumagana na doon eh, di ba? Ngayon, daan na lang, di ba? Oo yan.
I remember that, those times. Ano ba naalala mo rin mo?
So, yeah, I naabot ako na parang Max eh. Parang, Max Restaurant na yung ganito, no? But, nakakatuwa lang how Synergy has grown throughout the years, right? And also, tonight, aside from the learnings, would you also want to take home free products? Yeah! Free products? Yeah. So, tonight,
ipaparapol natin, Raymond.
ang alam ko, alam ko Lumis pa? Tama ba siya? Yan, Lumis pa? No, hindi? Oh, wow, better! Wine span! Yeah! And Foursquare! At isang ecosphere!
Next success segment. Yung ano lang. Ano lang, ecosphere pero yung ano lang, yung cartridge lang.
Yung cartridge lang.
Yung cartridge. Pero at least, di ba? Simula mo sa cartridge.
Oo, unti-unti. At least, di ba?
Ito mo padaan yung tubig.
So, huwag kayo alis, okay? So, you want to finish it until the end. Okay? Now, alam mo, it's just amazing because tonight, we heard a lot of stories from millionaires, from people who've made millions already in New Skin, and including yourself, you made over 50 million pesos in the business. And it's just amazing, you know, like, di ba, Erwin, you have a background in corporate, right? So imagine, syempre in corporate, it's a different thing, no? Parang, if you could make is it possible? Kasi never ako na-corporate, but kunwari to make 50 million. Looking back, kunwari ikaw, you used to work for San Miguel Corporation, one of the biggest companies in the Philippines. Do you think you could have made it to 50 million pesos if you stick with San Miguel?
Ganito na lang, kasi yung ninang ko sa wedding, boss ko rin siya. Tapos one time nagpunta ako sa bahay niya. And then sabi niya lang sa akin, kasi nakita niya yung bumili ako sa ng sports car that night. It's a yellow car. Tapos sabi niya sa akin, alam mo Erwin, kung nag-stay ka sa San Miguel, hindi mo makukuha yung ganyang success ng maaga. Yun yung sinabi niya sa akin. And kung magaling ka sa mathematics, di ba, ikaw mismo mag-compute. Pagpasok mo sa isang kumpanya, hindi naman kagad 100,000 yan eh.
Yes.
So usually, it will, siguro 50,000. Siguro for some people, it may be less.
Yes.
So in a year, you'll get around mga 600. So try to check kung kailan mo may hit yung 50 million. No? That's why I always tell people, okay, there are many ways how to earn money, but there are only few ways how to earn money and have the lifestyle.
Yes.
Because you want to become successful at a very young age.
Yes.
Of 25. Tama ba? Ikaw ba? Ilan taon ka na ngayon?
21.
Oh, 21. Forever 21. Ayan. Okay.
Forever 21.
Ayun. Okay. Ayun.
Ayun. Yan. And actually, on a point of view also of traditional business, kasi nakakatuwa lang, no? I mean, to start the business, ano ginawa lang ng lahat ng tao ng salita kanina, they all use the products that they love and then they shared it, and then they made over millions already.
Yeah.
Diba? Parang in a traditional business standpoint, parang that will never happen. Right? Tama. So you need so much capital to do that. That's why, okay, tonight we'll be calling on, we'll be recognizing again and hearing stories from our new millionaires. Let's
Yeah, okay.
ready?
Ikaw, naalala ko muna bago lang sila tawagin. Di ba, sabi nga, the first million will always be the hardest. But the second, the third,
Yes.
the fourth, the fifth, the seventh, it comes naturally na. Kasi yung habit, yung excellence na na-develop mo na.
Yes, that's
Okay.
true.
Yan.
Kumbaga, the process is more important than the result.
Tama rin.
So, understand the process, you will teach the process later on, and you can repeat the process. Okay?
Tama.
So that's more important. But I'm sure yung mga millionaires natin ngayon, di ba parang, okay, hard part done. So, more work, pero marami na yan. Sunod-sunod na yung susunod na millions. Okay? So, let's call on first our 1 million new millionaires!
Yay!
Yay!
Yay! Wait lang ha. Alam mo kasi gusto ko talagang, alam mo ba sa negosyo natin kailangan ng maraming energy. Alam niyo ba yun? For us to become successful, sabi ni Warren Buffett, di ba, high energy people are successful people. So, are we high energy? Yeah! Ano natin, just sa part na yan. O, tapos
Okay,
dito may
tingnan
mali
natin
pa.
dito ha. Ito ba yung mga susunod na millionaire? Yeah! Okay, can you show us some energy?
Teka lang, Raymond, hindi ko magpapatalo!
Okay, mapapatalo kayo?
Thank you, ayan.
Okay, so let's start. So we want to learn from them. So syempre yung name, their background and their name, right?
Okay.
Name and background. Let's start with you first.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Martin, and prior to doing this, I was a musician.
Hello, good evening. I'm Dr. Marie Malabanan, practicing obstetrician and gynecologist in Malolos. I've been practicing for the last 21 years. My new skin dream is really for my children.
Good evening everyone, I'm Kathleen Contante from Cavite and I worked before as an OFW with Qatar Airways. Now working full-time. Doing the business full-time. That you all know.
Hello guys, good evening. I'm Patrick Castillo, 10 years old, OFW. Na pauwi ako ng aking kasama. This is Candy Castillo.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Candy Castillo, a former teacher with PhD, now doing Nuskin full-time.
Good evening, I'm Michi.
And I'm Raymond. So both of us, we are business owners, but we're doing Nu Skin because we want what's best for our family. And Nu Skin gave us the opportunity to work together as a couple. And I believe God designed us for that reason that couples should always be together.
Yeah, tama. Alright, I'm just curious, I just want to ask further. So for example, for you guys, so I'm just curious. You seem like you're very successful people already in your business. So why were you so open in doing Nu Skin?
Sige mong i-interpret ko ba?
Thank you for that wonderful question. Okay, as far as traditional business is concerned, traditional business, you only have fixed income. You have limited resources to, increase your income. That's why, just like what I've said earlier, we want what's best for our family. And comparing it with the Nu Skin business, traditional business, in order for you to put up a business, there's a lot of entry barrier. First of all, like me, I'm engaged in a family business of gasoline station. So for you to be able to put up another gas station, you need to have 15 million as a capital. But in Nu Skin, you just have to use the product, and then you could proceed with doing the business. Less overhead, no physical store, no workers. That's it. No stress.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Now, another question for Doctora. How about you? Because you're also a successful doctor already. So, what made you still open to do Nu Skin business?
Being a doctor, our money is very linear. We have to work in order to get paid. What will happen if I get sick? So I'm thinking that way for my children. This really, when somebody asks me, why are you doing the half-face demo? I do not mind it because to me, really, my dream for my children is to have a life that is like the people I see in Octagon on a Saturday. They are very young, but they were able to create wealth in the young age.
Wow! Thank you, Doc. May ganun lang. Siyempre, diba, turo sa amin ng mga magulang namin dati, mag-aral ka mabuti, mag-abroad ka. Tapos pagbalik mo, nakaipon ka na mag-negosyo ka. So, bakit ba yung mga nag-abroad, bumalik na kagad?
Yes!
Hindi pa kayo nag-retire doon.
Correct.
Ano nga ba buhay abroad? Bakit nga ba bumalik na kagad Pinas maaga?
Mas gusto ko ditong mamuhay sa Pilipinas na makasama ang pamilya. Kaya maganda daw ang asawa.
Mahihain kasi siya. Yan, siya po ay tumigil ng pag-work. Actually, it was parang 2 years in the making naman po yun kasi okay naman po, hindi naman po masyado malaki yung kita niya abroad, sakto lang. Pero for a man like him na super hardworking, talagang provider ng family, parang hindi siya uuwi kung hindi ito yung income na hindi ko magawa as a PhD teacher. May teacher po ba dito? Alam niyo na. So, wala namang malaking sahod na teacher. So, kaya pinapagudan ko, pinakita ko sa kanya na totoo, may pera sa negosyo, sa mabilis na paraan kasi yung 10 years remittance niya abroad na savings namin, nagawa ko 1.5 years.
Wow! Yeah. Wala naman teacher. Ubus na teacher natin ngayon dito nasa Nu Skin na. Sa group lang ni Jen, ubus na teacher, di ba? Asan yung group ni Jen, di ba?
I have a question lang. During that time, so when yung ginawa mo yung Nu Skin, I'm sure you have, meron dito mga housewives ba na you have also husbands who are working abroad? Yes, and then probably your husbands are not supportive of you doing the business? Meron ba?
Yes.
Supportive, living na. But I'm just curious, was he supportive when you were starting? No. So, diba, so parang hindi siya supportive of you doing Nu Skin at that time? Hindi niya naintindihan. So, how did you handle that? How did you, kasi syempre, di ba, parang you're doing it for him, but at the same time, hindi niya naintindihan yung So how did you handle Ives?
Actually, hindi naman siya nega, hindi rin siya ganun ka-supportive. Basta sabi ko lang sa kanya, pag wala ako sa bahay, hindi ako nanlalalaki, hindi ako nag-business ko. Yun. So, enough ng reason yun. So, na-let go niya yun. Basta ang sabi ko lang sa kanya, pagkatiwalaan mo ko listen, pero kahit mahirap kasi, tsa siya, uwi ka na yung mga bata. So, sobrang hirap. Pero sabi ko sa kanya, sige, magalit ka na lang ngayon. 2 years, 3 years from now, pasasalamatan mo din ako.
Yun! Pero nangyayari talaga yun. Yun! Alam mo, kinakailangan lang talaga na at least lang din siya. Diba? Kasi mahirap pag nasa abroad ka, di ba? Dami talagang din, pumapasok mo kung ano-ano. Maraming salamat. Tayo ba? Yeah.
Yung sa akin naman po kasi, sobrang ganda naman yung lifestyle. Kasi may 3 trips kami abroad as working in an airline company. So I've been through a lot of countries na po. Pero nakita ko po kasi yung lifestyle ng mga nauna sa akin dun sa work ko. Tapos i-terminate pa po sila para hindi mabigay yung parang last pay nila. Ganun. So parang pag-terminate sila, hindi mabigay. So naisip ko sa sarili ko, sa akin yung mangyari, kung bigay ko yung lahat ng lakas ko, oras ko, syaga ko, commitment ko sa kumpanya ko, I will, parang ganun din yung mangyayari sa buhay ko. So, nag-isip na ako ng paraan para makauwi sa Pilipinas. So, after 3 years of working abroad, uwi na ako for good. Tapos nag-work ako sa BPO ulit. May mga call center agents ko ba dito in the room. Mahirap po magpuyat, di ba? Tapos parang kahit nakapit ka, memorize mo na yung sinasabi mo sa customer.
Talaga ba? Ganun ba yun?
So nakakapagod po siya, parang 8 hours ka nagsasalita non-stop. Then yung supervisor ko sa airport, sa Terminal 1, naghahanap daw sila ng partner. So since open-minded naman ako, or business-minded kasi that time I was selling bags online and kung ano-ano pa. So yun, doon ako na-introduce sa New Skin business. I did this part-time for 3 months. Talagang sipagan ko lang, sabi ng mentor ko, thank you sa mentor ko kay Liz. Sabi niya, attend lang ako lahat ng trainings, events like this. Kasi yun yung makakapagpatulong sa mindset ko. And mag-sponsor lang daw na mag-sponsor. And true enough, yun, fast forward, after 1.5 years, I earned my first million, qualified to the Tokyo trip. And because of the business, napauwi ko din yung husband ko na OFW sa Saudi. Nasa dito ngayon sa parking lot. Sa Marco. Yun.
Alam ko quarantine na siya.
Yun. So, yeah, thank you New Skin, thank you Synergy.
Salamat!
Okay, last na.
Of course,
Yes, si Martin. So, si
Martin
Martin,
words, yan.
yes. So Martin, I know that you have a very successful family business, and you don't, if you choose to start something of your own, you could easily do that. So why did you choose to do New Skin, Martin?
You're correct that we do have a traditional family business, and actually, I can relate this to how Daniel, when I saw Daniel in the beginning, and he comes from a very successful family, and I said, why is he doing New Skin? And he's doing New Skin but not doing the family business. Wow, and I can see he seems to be at peace all the time. And when he invited me here, the people that he works with, the entire synergy, wow, this is such a lovely atmosphere. The people are fantastic. I mean, I've never seen that in any organization, even in our family business. So that's one. The people are, the relationships here are worth treasuring. And two, also, there's no stress in New Skin compared to traditional business. Yes, we have a business, but it comes with heavy stress. This one, you just talk to people and you have a good conversation. And you have actually, you can start a business with such a small amount and make millions. I mean, I thought maybe that's too good to be true, but when I saw the compensation plan, I said, for me, I'm a simple-minded person. I saw the compensation plan, I said, okay, do it. And you have to work hard. Of course, is it hard? Of course it is. You go through a lot of negativity, but I'll be honest, me standing here, if you met me before, I wouldn't even be I won't be even talking to you. I've been very nervous. But now, I'm still nervous, but I can talk to you. So, that's how the business changed me.
Thank you, Marty. Marty, may tanong lang.
Thank you.
Are you in a relationship daw? May tanong. Yes, Marty lang kami. Okay, explain ka ba?
Yes, I'm in a relationship with the Lord.
Ayan. Okay. Maraming salamat. Palakpakan natin. You, 1 million circle members. Thank you so much. Good job, good job. Okay. Now, after 1 million follow on our 3 million peso circle members. Yay! Wala ba kayong mga kamay? Palakpakan naman. 3 million. Ay, pakilang ako. Pakilang Ayan. Palakpakan natin. Are you 3 million circle members? Okay. Ayan. Okay, oh. Gusto tayo ng partido. Gusto tayo ng partido. Ayan. Hindi tayo sa paliwanag. Ayan. Masisilaw kami!
Hi, Irish Orserio from Tacloban. Dati akong call center.
Hi, good evening. I'm Jen Elizalde from Tacloban. I had my traditional business before.
Good evening, I'm Pinky Gandula from Indonesia. I'm better by profession, and also as an international sleep technologist.
Sleep technologies. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Emily Louie. I own a traditional business prior to doing this thing. I'm into t-shirt manufacturing.
Hi, my name is Erwin India. I'm a contractor for a cable company.
Palakpakan naman natin. Ayan. Intro pa lang yan. Okay. So, okay kung una magtatanong. Okay.
Ako muna magtatanong. Okay, so let's start first with with Erwin.
Sige, Sir Erwin na lang muna tatanungin ko.
Also.
Ayan. So, kamusta naman? Layo tayo ng tayo. Isisito ako. Mahal kita, Erwin. Kasi alam ko, Sir Erwin, na very successful dun sa cable company niya.
Yes.
I know his background. So, what made you choose New Skin over your cable company? Okay, kasi alam ko very successful ka na doon.
Well, I was first introduced with a product. It's called the Cabanis Factory. You know about that. So I was introduced to that. I used it, and later on I learned that a lot of people earn millions with that product, millions of dollars. And so sabi ko, if they earn from this one, because it's a high quality product, so sabi ko, if they can earn, I just earn from it also. But I didn't know how to do it. But of course, I can learn. If you can earn $1 million. Would you like to learn?
Yeah.
So I learned the business, so I can do it.
Pero that time, papalakpakan natin. Sige, wag yung pwede yung palakpakan. Ayan. Kaya syempre, yung negosyo mo, Sky Cable, bagay na bagay sa'yo. Pag-shift mo ng ng negosyo natin, di ba, parang hindi ka ba nahirapan? Kasi maraming mga lalaki talaga. Sino yung mga tunay na lalaki? Ang konti na! Sino yung mga lalaki? Ano na yung negosyo mo? Ano ba yan? Parang hindi yata bagay sa'yo. Wala ka bang gano'ng mga dream stealers?
When I closed down my business and did this business full time, that was the time that my business was doing very good. Kaya lang, there's a lot of stress kasi. And I did this part-time for 1 year. But doing it for 1 year, I fell in love with the business. I understood the business and I was already thinking long-term. I was thinking it's very simple. I want to have a good life later on, not just earn a lot of money. And so that's what I did. I know the difference between traditional business and what I found out here. And so immediately I closed down the business and did this business full time.
Yes.
Wow.
What image do they think about me na nag-demo rin ako? I'm a guy, but it doesn't matter. I want to make my business.
May final question pa ako sa'yo mamaya, pero mamaya na. I-reserve ko yung question na yan mamaya. Okay, Raymond.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to ask the people, for example, from you came all the way from Tacloban? Can we clap for them?
Wow! Sino ang taga-Tacloban? Tacloban! Yun!
From For example, Batangas. We go from Batangas.
Batangas!
Okay, Baguio.
Baguio! Oh. Baguio! Mga kapsat, Baguio, ha?
South Korea.
Oh, yan.
Cebu.
Cebu!
Davao.
Davao! Davao! Oh, wow! Davao! Palakpakan naman natin, di ba? Ayan. Di ba kayo magpunta pala Davao?
Pampanga.
Pampanga! O, sa Pokey Jetta. Kuha kang Petro Tugang Doreli. Ayan, Pampanga. Cebu! Cebu! Ayan. Okay, Cebu. Kasi lechon.
Yes, okay. Balik tayo. So, from Tacloban, ayan, syempre, you don't have like the system or the event that we have. So I know it's challenging on your part. But how do you manage na your mentors are not there 24/7 with you guys, but you're still able to build a business kahit wala yung direct mentors who can help you?
Kasi sabay ko.
Yeah, good evening. Before kasi kami pumunta ng Tacloban, one thing that I learned, because sobrang babad kami talaga sa trainings we were in Manila. There's a reason why when we transferred to Tacloban, hindi na kami nahirapan because we know the basics. So at the same time, we are very, very coachable with our mentors. So that's the reason why madali namin i-adapt yung system, doing the system, the basic of doing the business.
Thank you. No, thank you. Now, for Irish, kasi I heard that you're actually Yolanda survivor. Okay, so if you know, are you familiar with what happened in Yolanda and Tacloban, right? And at that time, you were already doing new skill, right? You were, ay, di ba? Okay, but so that time, you were naiyak na siya. Oh. Wait, you did new skill after that or after that? So parang this was a tragic moment, and then you saw the opportunity. So why did diba, some people probably they will still have time pa to move on, ganon. But why did you do new skill, even out of a really big tragedy?
Buti lang kung sa ganyan. Ano po? I didn't come from a wealthy family din po kasi.
Tissue.
Alcohol. Yung alcohol.
Hindi ko nagaling sa mayaman na pamilya. Bali yung father ko pa kasi was a fisherman and then naging construction worker, then he went up. Tapos yung mother ko po,
Pwede naman, pwede.
anyway, going back. Tapos, yung mother ko, housewife talaga siya. Tapos, alam mo yun, yung life there was very, very poor. Tapos, after Yolanda, we lost 29 of our relatives. Then, after the tragedy, alam mo yun, every single day may pupunta sa inyo, patay na si ganyan. Tapos, kami pa, to the point, yung tanong na lang namin, sino pa yung buhay? Tapos, ayun, after that, I really thought that the only way to get out of poverty was mag-artista. May nakakarinig ko.
Don't mention it naman. Silpi kami, ayaw namin yan. Trinay namin, pero hindi lahat ng
Hindi lahat ng gwapo na dyan.
hindi lahat ng pogi nag-artista, yung iba nag-new skill. Tuloy mo yan.
Tapos at that time, fresh grad ako noon. Tapos, I made sure that mag-transfer kagad sa Manila. Kasi nga, parang feeling namin, parang walang future yung Tacloban. Kasi literally, wiped out mostly ng mga bahay. It's either one, sa isang family, it's either one or none will survive. So, ganun siyang cases. Yung death toll na sinabi nila, kulang po yun. Sobrang kulang po siya. So anyway, yung father ko nag-abroad. So, parang I grew up na nung high school, college without a father. So, yung mother ko na po yung naging mother and father at the same time. So, I transferred to Manila. Ako lang din po, katulad ni Rhea, I didn't have any contacts to start with. Tapos I am just so blessed na sobrang kinulit ako ni Ate Rose. So, mga 4 times ko po siyang tinurn down. Sabi ko, busy po ako. So, after that, I said yes to the opportunity. I was 21 years old at that time, naalala ko. Tapos, ano ulit yung tanong?
Alis ka kasi alis eh. Ay, nakamalis na
Wala na sila. Sorry naman, tanong ako, nasa balis ako. Pasensya na na po.
Si Survivor na sa Maro kinuha.
Paano ka nag-serve? Yung pa rin yung tanong. So, kahit na ganun yung nangyari, you immediately did new skin right away, after that tragedy, right? And yung pinaka-naging driving force ko was because yun nga, parang yung that event really helped you, parang you made a decision from that you really wanted to become successful. Right?
It was an eye-opener kasi sa akin. You really have to cherish yung time with your family kasi you just don't know it might be your last. So, sabi ko, ang hirap kasi, it took my father 10 days before siya nakabalik ng Tacloban without knowing if we were still alive. So, sabi ko, if I abroad, kasi yung family ko, they're all, sa father side, tsaka sa mother side, OFW. So, sabi ko, pag nag-abroad ako, paano na? So, baka kasi may mangyaring Yolanda na naman. Tapos after nun, hindi ko alam kung buhay pa din yung mother ko, yung siblings ko. Kaya sabi ko, if there is a way for me to match the income of my father who is working abroad, I'll do it here. So I thought, pag-artist ako. But then I met Lucy and I'm so thankful sa mentors ko and the system na meron tayong opportunity na ganito that you don't have to leave your family. That you can get, alam mo yun, quality and quantity time with your family. Na yung, alam mo yun, hindi siya masya-sacrifice for the sake of money. Na hindi mo iiwan yung family mo for money.
Thank you. Maraming salamat. Maraming salamat. Thank you so much. Our new 3 million peso circle member.
Yay! Oh, round of applause for 3 million circle member. Wala ba kayo mga kamay? Ang sarap ng basket, wala kayo kamay. Wala kamay. Parang mga kamay, may pizza na tayo.
Okay, now, let's call on our new 5 million peso circle member.
Yay! 5 million circle member. Palakpakan! Yay! Aray, wala na ba? I-interview mo lang sila kung meron silang speech na ba?
So, good evening everyone. My name is Raul Docampo. Taga Batangas po kami. So, prior to New Skin, the only way I know to become successful is mag-abroad po. Mechanical engineer po ako by profession. So, what happened was, my wife started a business when I was in Malaysia. So, after a few months of doing the business, buti na lang, may system tsaka training, my wife matched my salary abroad. So before my work abroad promised a good pera for my family, missing a lot of celebrations, anniversaries, and even the most memorable hugs whenever they needed me. But New Skin gave us totally different lifestyle, with enough time with the family and without worrying money and time ever again.
Wow, man.
Buddhist?
Buddhist.
Buddhist? Nakaka-Buddhist sabi.
Buddhist pala.
And now let's hear it from Dr.
Matignas.
So I'm Dr. Annalyn Matigas. I'm an OBGYN infertility specialist. And with me is my husband, Dr. Mike, anesthesiologist. So we're practicing still, doing this business part-time. So initially, we saw the age-lock technology as a platform only to upgrade our medical practice from illness-centered to a more holistic approach. But then we realized that even though the income with the medical profession is good, it's still very linear. So no work, no pay pa din po kami. So we're very grateful to God for blessing us with mentors and with the system of synergy for showing us a very powerful vehicle which we can leverage on. Even for people like us with no solid business background, even without us living our medical practice, and something which can allow us more quality me time, more sleep, more quality family time, and more pro bono work for the less privileged patients in the future. And we can only do this by working smart, plugging into the system, developing our leadership skills, and sincerely helping others to succeed as well. So it's not just about the money, but it's about changing lives one after another.
Ito na si Doc Mike. Doc Mike, syempre, di ba? Oh, nakatingin siya ni Doc Mike na grabe. Pakita mo, yan. Takin, kasama rin sa Takin Club yan si Doc Mike. Ano tanong?
Kasi 1 minute na lang. Anyway, anesthesiologist po ako. And what I found is that there's more than just the business. It's about working with people, giving them other options, and changing their lives for the better.
Yes.
Thank you, Doc. Yeah. Can I ask a question muna before that?
Okay.
Okay. Quick lang na question.
Yes.
Eh, syempre, di ba, doctor. And ano yan sa Pilipinas, kumbaga parang okay na yung okay naman yung income nyo na. So, what made you decide talaga to do full out? Kasi you're always a top performer in our company right now. So, ibig sabihin talaga full out na kayo. Doc.
Isa lang, makinig ka sa misis mo.
Actually, eye-opener sa akin is, I have a colleague, who's who really has a very high income from orthopedic surgery practice. And then, biglang nag-stroke. So, bedridden na, and half the body paralyzed. So, it's really an eye-opener for us to have a backup plan.
Yes. Thanks, God. Thank you so much for your sharing. Salamat, Rogan. Salamat, Doc. Salamat, Rogan. Thank you. Okay, round of applause for Million. Now, let's call on our 7 million friends circle. 7 million circle members! Yay! Wala na, may hinatang mo wala pa. Okay. Ito. Alam mo mga background dito. Okay. Si Dale. The next one. Okay. Oh, yeah.
Hello, good evening. I'm Rizalita and I'm actually from Bohol. I moved to Cebu to study college. So I finished 3 courses in the University of San Carlos, from University of San Carlos with honor. So now I'm a certified public accountant by profession. But I'm more on doing this new skin business most of my time.
Ikaw muna.
Okay, 7M, no? So I have this summary from my secrets to become 7M. So first is meditate. So I pray to God and seek God's wisdom to discern and understand how I can help my people through this business. I also, second is motivate. So be motivated first and optimistic all the time. So number
Ang bilis ang timer na.
Okay. Third, so modeling. So you have to be the product of your business. So fourth is momentum because it's our leader's best friend. And then management, you have to learn how to grow your group while helping your team grow as well. And then money, it is important too in the business. If you don't have enough yet, we have a business now that offers a solution. No registration, only action needed. And then memories. We have to take advantage of the free travels around the world to inspire others and create beautiful moments with family that they will embrace later in life.
Wow! Congratulations, Rizal! Oo. Sino muna? Si ano muna? Si Riz? Okay. Si Riz muna. Okay.
My name is Clarice Batanita. I'm from Cavite. I'm a cum laude nursing graduate from St. Paul University, Manila. I used to work as an ER nurse and school nurse while doing the business. Lahat ng kapatid ko, OFW nurses, si Papa OFW din for 30 years. Kaya buong paniniwala ko para maging successful, mag-work ako abroad, So bakit ako nag-new skin? Initially for extra income kasi gusto kong mag-nurse sa US, mag-travel at tag-enjoy at hindi tag-tipid at mag-give back sa parents ko as soon as possible. Pero nakita ko sa mga kapatid ko na maganda income nila habang nasa ibang bansa. Konting bakasyon, balik uli doon, tapos kita ko wala siyang katapusan. So sabi ko, ayoko ng ganong setup. So pasalamat ako sa college best friend ko kasi pinakita niya sa akin yung new skin. And because of that decision na decide ako mag-new skin at hindi na mag-nurse sa US, tinuring akong black sheep ng pamilya. Kasi tinanggihan ko yung opportunity mag-nurse sa US. Buti na lang may mga success events and training tulad nito na very positive and uplifting kasi nakita ko yung possibility na kaya maging successful. So with that, it allowed me to honor my parents. I'm able to travel to Southeast Asia to a 5-star European cruise from London, Belgium, France. Kasama ko si Mama to Tokyo, Japan. Kasama ng parents ko and to go to the US, never to work as a nurse pero para mag-travel. So kung nandito ka ngayon, you're looking for something better, follow your heart and follow your dream. Possible lahat sa nursing. Thank you.
Wow, congratulations, please. PJ?
Okay, so my name is PJ Natutudad. I think I'm going to represent more of the younger, the youngest. No, I started a business as a student, so I didn't have any business background. So if you're wondering how someone that started in her third year university and could have this success at this very young age, is all possible through the system that our mentors has provided for us. So I graduated at Ateneo de Manila University. I took a BS Psychology minor in management. So I am very academically intelligent in that regard, but it doesn't guarantee success as my family are all in the PhD teachers with professions, because Asians would only guarantee success supposedly if meron kang titulo. And that's very, that's a common practice for us Filipinos, which I didn't take that path. And one lunch with my very mayabang mga aunts, wala naman po sila dito. Supportive na po sila. Pero one of my successful aunts even told me na, nag-Ateneo ka pa, magbebenta ka lang naman. So medyo na-hurt po ako doon. Pero I graduated Ateneo with Latin honors, and at the same time I graduated Ateneo earning my first 100,000 check. Okay po ba yun? So 6 months after graduation, I earned my first million, and then my mom was telling me, oh, tama na yan, part-time news you can afford your own further studies already. And then I showed my mom my passbook. Sabi niya, anak, sige, tuloy-tuloy mo na yan. Tuloy-tuloy mo na yan. So, I've been doing the business ever since I graduated. Because of this business, I was able to study financial freedom. I think a lot of the youth, especially when you're starting young, you all want to make money, but there are 3 financial goals you want to set for yourself. Is it financial stability, financial independence, and financial freedom? And I know you're all going to say financial freedom, but to get to financial freedom, you need to study the steps in order to get there. And the system that we have established here in Synergy would actually allow you to get financial freedom the best and fastest time possible. And I am a example of that. Thank you.
Wow! Congratulations, PJ!
Right time, Mayor Representative.
Yes.
Morning. So my name is Archie Langkay. So I graduated from Ateneo as well. And then background ko, I was a corporate manager ever since. So worked for Ramcar, Unilab, and then the Just Skate. Last Smith Line. So I'm a fly hire. I've been around. I've been to sales, marketing, trade marketing. And I was getting promoted very fast. At age 30, I was already reporting next to the GM, and I have my own team of about 300 people. And what got me into New Skin, okay, I saw the good and the bad of the corporate world. And at the end of the day, I realized everybody is dispensable. Kasi in the boardrooms of Just Kidding, I was there twice, and we were crossing out people budget. Wala po pangalan yun. So people, we're just crossing budget. My GM is telling me, tanggal ka 30 million dito, 20 million doon, bahala ka na. Kahit may kontrata yan or wala. And so, I experienced that twice, and sabi ko, okay pa ako ngayon, but sabi ko, it might come to a point na pangalan ko na yung lista doon. So I'm this type of person that I want to have a plan B, and I was already, that time I wanted to search around. So I looked around, pero buti na lang, I look at stats, I look at financial statements, kasi yun po yung trabaho ko before. And the rest is history, took a look at New Skin, I wasn't really negative about it because I saw New Skin already when I was in GSK. And it's the next big thing. And in terms of finances, and kumbaga, financials is the best opportunity out there. And the rest is history. I went there, and yung benefits po marami. Also, I lost 60 pounds with the business.
Wow!
So kung sino gusto ng love life, maganda daw yung love life pag sexy. Tama ulit. So yun. So, but benefit-wise, marami kasi I'm a very simple person. Right now, one of the key benefits is that my parents are retired. And I get to watch with my dad every night halos watch movies kasi he likes it. And one time, just last week, my dad came home with the, yung sisiba ng, plus drive. Tapos galing daw siyang Grinyas. And he was so excited kasi mayroon daw.
Grinyas? Teka lang.
Yun lang. But I'm very grateful for the business and the people around kasi it changed me also as a person. And I'm grateful for the synergy team, especially sina Sandy, sina Dennis, kasi when I come into the business, akala ko kaya mo siya i-win. But you need to learn pala certain skill sets and behavior in the business. And buti na lang, coachable ako kahit pa.
Thank you, Archie! Yan!
So hi, my name is Michelle. So
Michelle,
prior to doing this business, I used to work as a fashion designer for a holding company. So the reason I did the business is because the one who invited me was a businessman. So nagtataka ako, bakit niya gagawin yung New Skin? Eh parang ang dami-dami naman yung business. But he told me na it's because of the lifestyle. Because as Erwin mentioned kanina, di ba, maraming way to make, to earn money. But this is the only business that could give you that lifestyle. At the same time, meron pang tutulong sa'yo. So yun lang, thank you.
Wow, congratulations, Michelle.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
So our 7 million circle members. Round of applause. Good job.
People of different backgrounds. Alright, so we have students, we have doctors, we have people na OFW, and various backgrounds. Wala talagang parang certain na lahat sila doctor or something. Right? Meaning that anybody can actually succeed in this business. And what I love also about this business is that as you do it, you also impact others. No? Like, in your case, diba, you work in corporate, and from what I know, parang you're also in a managerial position at that time.
Ay, hindi managerial. Ayan. Sa procurement ako, pero yung division namin, yung division namin, bibihira yung umalis. So, it's a very good position sa procurement.
But you agree that, for example, in corporate, it's very competitive. Like, usually you don't have others, right? I mean, like, you treat others like a competition, pero diba, usually?
Okay, kasi may mga friends ako from San Miguel dito. Number one, I love my company, of course. Doon ako nahubog, no? Siyempre, may friends ako mga taga San Miguel. Pero talagang medyo counterculture talaga siya. Kasi di ba in New Skin, once you become more successful, more people will cheer for you.
Yes.
Doon kasi talaga, hindi mo may iwasan na kapag ka nanonood ka, mamami tayo, di ba, truth be told, meron talagang mga tao na magkasabi, mas magaling ako dyan o ayan, sip-sip yan, o kaya, ganyan, higop yan. Talagang nangyayari talaga. Dito kasi counterculture. Di ba napansin niyo ba yun?
Yeah.
The more you become successful, mas marami nag-cheer sa'yo?
Yeah.
Bakit hindi na ng yes? Yes or no?
Yes! Yes, and even for example, in traditional business naman, for example, you usually don't trade secrets. So you don't tell your, even isang kahit kadugo mo na, you don't even share because you breed competition. But in New Skin, to become successful, you need to help others. So right now, we're going to do is we're going to recognize people, okay, build organizations, of help others as well through New Skin business. Ah, 10 million. That's me.
Wala kang ikukin mo dyan, 10 million ka pala. Okay, so.
And 20 million.
Circle member, James Resolo. Palakpakan naman natin. Ayan. Okay. Okay, palakpakan muna natin yung 10 sa ka-20. Madami-dami ito, ha? Okay.
Name background lang. So, yung po, alam niyo po yun. Estudyante po. Yes. Student, secondary college when I did New Skin and never got employed. Solid New Skin, addict. Yes.
So background, teacher, ay, naku, time's up. Teacher na gustong yumaman din, so nag-open ako ng sariling school, kaya lang nalugi ng 3 million. By God's grace dito, ang laki ng binawi ng
Maraming salamat dyan. Alam mo na, anong story? Si Benz? Wala si Benz? Okay. Meron pa ako sa... Okay. Ayun. Congratulations to our circle member. Round of applause. Okay, next.
Okay, so now let's call on our, can we ask all our new brand representatives to please stand up?
To be recognized, all you, all brand representatives. Yay! Palakpakan naman for our new brand representatives. Congratulations. Ilan GP has been
thank you so much. But I really we want to hear from this story from one of our new brand representatives. Let's call on new brand rep Edna Bato.
Ate Ali. Ay, sa Ate Iya. Palakpakan naman! Ayan! Hi, Ate Iya!
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Erlinda Bato, but you can call me Iya, short for Iya Kin. So, para matandaan nyo lang. Anyways, I studied at De La Salle University, Manila. I took up industrial management engineering. As of now, we have a company, a construction company, with my husband, who is a graduate also of architecture. So, parang nag-match din naman kami. So we have a construction business and earning passive income from condo, house and lot rentals, and some are from Airbnb. So meron ako nun. So I have 4 grown-up children, one of whom is already in Australia and living there. And 2 of my other children are helping us with the company. And the last one is studying also at the same school. So honestly, I'm not in doing Nu Skin because of money. Because we're earning significant passive income already from our businesses. What attracted me to Nu Skin is its people. And its culture, diba? As we said earlier. I initially wanted to inspire my siblings to have also business. But now, I see Nu Skin as a way for me to help others reach their goals and also their dreams. I'm grateful to my sponsor, Joanne Alingalan, for not giving up on following me up. Or else, hindi ko nakita ang ganda ng Nu Skin business. Thanks for mentoring me on how to do the business. And thanks also a lot to our Team Elite mentor, KL Agustin, for being our inspiration and for deliberately guiding us to get to where we are now, where she is now. Salamat. To God be all the glory. Thank you.
Thank you! Ate Iya! Congratulations! Wow! Congratulations, Ate Iya.
Congratulations. Now, let's move on higher and let's recognize. Can we all call on our new brand partners to stand?
All brand partners! New brand partners!
New brand partners! New gold!
New gold executives! Palakpakan naman natin!
Congratulations! Now, I heard maganda yung story nito. Let's welcome our new brand partner, Sheila Hatto, or Hatto.
Sheila Hatto, yes!
Yes, Sheila Hatto!
Okay, all the way from Ilocos. Palakpakan natin!
student doing the business with my mother are retired government employees. As for me, my passion is to not only save lives, but also transform lives. As for my mother, the business is something for her to do after her retirement. So I would like to thank all my mentors, Mentor Jen, Mentor Arlene, and Mentor Erwin for guiding me through this business. Thank you.
Maraming salamat. Teka lang, may tanong ako bago ako umalis kasi syempre sa Ilocos, lagi silang nag-share ng ecosphere. And then pag bumibili talaga sila ng ecosphere, talagang napakadami. So, how do you actually do it in Ilocos, di ba?
I just make use of my mother's connection since she had a high position when she retired from government. So she has a good connection. So I just make use of it. She told me, oh, we're gonna deliver to this kind of person. You discuss about the benefits of this ecosphere. So that's what I do usually. She calls me, Sheila, we're gonna deliver it to one of my friends, and then I just want you to talk about ecosphere. Convince them that ecosphere is good for them.
Wow! Ecosphere is good for them. Ayan. Okay. Thank you, Sheila. Also, Boracay qualifier. Thank you. Wow! Napakalapit! Congratulations! Thank you, Sheila, and Tita Imelda Hapso.
Yes. Now, let's also call on our new brand partner, Samuel Chen. Samuel Chen.
Yeah. Okay, Samuel.
Samuel.
Ayan. All the way from Wuhan. All the way from San Wuhan. Samuel.
So I graduated from Jalsa University with a degree in industrial engineering. Then I graduated last year February. So 1 month after that, I encountered music in March. So of course initially I have my own doubts since I was just a first grad back then. Then what more is because I need to go back to Taiwan to serve for military performance. So after that, I was thinking about what happened if like my commitment changed after that. After 4 months, then I wasn't really sure. Furthermore, I came from a very analytical background, so I wasn't sure if new skill is something that is going to be for me. So luckily, my mentor Justin T. So follow up on me, and back then, so I just told him that why not just give it a shot and try. So if it fails, then just a learning experience. But if it's good, then it's okay. So I left the Philippines with 3 partners on the team. Then I came back with Philippines as smallest, becoming a brand rep despite not being in the country for most of the time. So of course it was not be possible because of the unconditional support of the mentors and from the leadership. So that day, the first event that I attended is this convention last April 6th. April 6, 2019. So, ngayon naman, I came with 20 people. So, the first one thing that I will talk about is why I'm on this stage. It's not because how good I am, but because I took the initiative of wanting to learn, wanting to be more and do more. Then after that, siguro age nga siya sa age is just a number. But if you want to achieve more, be more, and do more, then let synergy do the value for you.
Samuel! Okay, Pino lang ito talaga. Pino lang. Ayan. Samuel, Pino yan, Pinoy. Okay. Congratulations, Samuel, with 20 new attendees. Grabe. Wow, Samuel. Ilan taon ka na, Samuel? 23. Grabe, 23 years old. Grabe, congratulations. How's up to you?
Wow. Now, let's go one notch higher and let's recognize now our new senior brand partners. New senior brand partners.
Wow, senior brand partners.
Hi, my name is Louis Fortuna, and prior to going full-time in the business, I used to work in real estate and banking, and my one-liner is, Well, yeah. If it's to be, it's up to me. So if you guys really want to become successful here, decide now and just work hard.
Hi guys, hi Synergy and New Skin. I'm Renzo. I'm still doing the business part-time. I'm working for Procter & Gamble as part of Asia Payment Operations. Ano yung one ko? Honestly, if I wasn't invited in this business opportunity, I could have been promoted, I could be manager, but I would not be happy. Thanks to this business, I was able to realize that there's more to life than titles, and I want to go for financial freedom. Thank you.
Hi, good evening. So my name is Catherine Sahagon. From Batangas po talaga ako. So prior to Skin, bank teller po ako before. And then, kung kaya namin, kaya nyo rin.
Good evening everyone, I'm Elaine Reyes, I'm 30 years old. I'm a nurse by profession, so from Victoria, Laguna naman po ako. So I'm 7 years practicing nurse before, pero 4 years na po ako not practicing nursing. So hindi na po ako, full-time mom na po ako sa baby ko while earning here in Skin. So,
good morning, I'm Marianne Dumad from Baguio City. I joined the business because I was looking for an additional income because I'm a 4.5 years na dialysis patient. So I wanted to look for something that was less stressful, or I can do it even if I'm at home. And siguro what I can say is that I realized that whatever is your situation, it can either be just an excuse or a reason to drive.
I heard from, can you give the mic to Renzo? Because I heard Renzo has over 40 people in this event. Let's clap for Renzo. I just want to ask Renzo, because you're doing this completely part-time, you still have your job. So how can you build a business, handle a team, a growing team, while doing it part-time?
Actually, hindi siya madali, honestly, working for P&G. I'm very grateful to be working in one of the top companies, but it comes with a big challenge, kasi even to most of my team and members, ang challenge talaga namin is nakaka-istorbo sa business yung trabaho. Actually, yun ang pinaka-challenge ko. But kasi honestly, I have a goal. Ever since I was in high school and college, coming from a not so prominent family, I wanted to be successful. Okay, sorry. Okay, so I just want to be successful, I just don't know how, But, I'm the person kasi who's always open to things, very much ready to fail, lose, and get back again. And how am I doing the business nowadays? It's just, for me, malaking bagay kasi proper time management. Sometimes I need to work 11 to 12 hours a day, pero I need to be very, very practical, and I need to always remind myself that even if kahit 30 to 1 hour a day lang ako nagbe-business, the important thing is I'm consistent every day. So I don't sleep hanggang wala akong yes. So may mga araw wala akong tulog. But for me, it's my goal eh. It's one of my ways to be consistent in the business. Actually, hindi ko nga alam kung ilan yung members ko, kalat-kalat na. But, I'm very, very happy because hindi naman sila nandito dahil in-invite ko. Nandito sila dahil gusto kong baguhin yung buhay nila. Sorry.
Thank you, Renzo. And again, congratulations to our new senior brand partner. Congratulations. But guys, now let's go one up higher. Okay, the people will be recommended to get some successfully to trade and help all of their friends to become brand representatives.
Yes.
And ang maganda dito, Erwin, is that in New Skin, when you help others, aside from the big income, there's a bonus. You already get to qualify for this luxury trips abroad.
Yes.
Okay, and diba, you've been to a lot of trips already, free trips on New Skin, and yung susunod na trip will be in Turkey. Yeah. So, let's watch this video first. Kuya Guy, Kuya Tek. Now, habang yes?
Okay.
So, sinong gustong sumama sa 30 for free? Okay.
Thank you pala, Sandy. Sabi ng corporate kanina, kaya tayo may Cappadocia because you persisted.
Yes.
Thank you for your persistence. Ayan. Okay, so let's call on our new
Executive Brand Partners!
Yay! Wala pa kayo mga kamay. Ayan. Kailangan natin dito energy. Okay. Okay. Raymond, Jan.
Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Marge Aquino. I'm a dentist by profession and doing this business part-time.
Good evening. I'm Jen Murayama. I'm Jen Murayama, nurse by profession, but right now I'm a full-time mom of 4 and doing the new skin business more online because we're an expat family based in Shanghai. So more on online lang talaga yung ginagawa ko. And my husband is a very responsible and good provider naman, pero doon pa rin kasi yung housewife na nasa bahay at may sarili ng pera. Lalo na yung eldest namin ay continuing medication due to rare congenital heart problem. Naisip ko din na dapat meron kaming backup or passive income, and syempre I want to give my children the best life without sacrificing my time with them. Gusto ko rin makatulong sa mga mommies, lalo na sa mga kagaya ko na housewife, na kahit nasa bahay ka lang, pwede ka pa rin naman magkaroon ng income.
Wow! Congratulations!
My name is Vernon, my wife is Sheena. We started this business in our early 20s as a registered nurses, and our initial plan was to go abroad and earn well. But upon seeing this opportunity, we realized that we don't have to leave the country to have a good life. So we let go of that plan and did this business. As young entrepreneurs that time, in No Skin and Synergy, it is the personal growth and professional growth that helped us to where we are today. While doing No Skin, we both excel in our corporate careers as a trainer and siya naman sales manager. But then we realized na habang umangat ka sa corporate, lalo umibigat yung stress and lesser yung time sa family. Para ka ding OFW. So kahit anong galing namin sa trabaho, we're only good as our last effort. So salamat po sa mga presidential director, mentors namin, si Sandy, si Erwin, at saka si KL for not giving up on us. Maski naging busy kami sa trabaho, tuloy yung support and guidance nila sa buong team namin. Thank you, Synergy. Thank you, Team KL. For our team naman, salamat for our team. You inspire us. We see ourselves in you many years ago. Presidential Director is our future. And our biggest why?
My name is Sheena Maolyon. Anak po ako ng OFW. 2 years old pa lang ako, bihira ko na makita yung daddy ko. I initially did New Skin because I see the potential that I can earn the 2.2 million without having to work abroad as a nurse and leave my family. Fast forward, I worked as a nurse before in a hospital, in Dream Hospital ko before, and but eventually landed in sales management, earning 6-figure monthly income. But then eventually left corporate because our income in New Skin for 3 months already outdid my annual income in corporate. Wow. Today, New Skin has given me the best life the best gift of becoming a full-time entrepreneur and mommy to our 4 children turning 5. So yes, I already left corporate and enjoying the hustle of being a force for good. Truly grateful for our Presidential Director, Sandy Martinez, and the Synergy team. To Erwin for your constant reminders. And to our Team Elite Mentor, KL Nacero Agustin, for your excellence and for pushing me to really be in action, to be really back in the game. So thank you so much. To God be all the glory.
Good evening once again. I'm Candy Castillo and this is my husband, Patrick John Castillo. We're from Batangas. So, masipag po talaga kami because wala kaming choice. I got pregnant at age 17. Nasa likod yung dalawa naming anak. And that was why my husband half-heartedly worked abroad at age 19. Dahil ayoko masayang ang tiwala niya sa akin at sakripisyo niya abroad, I took studies seriously, graduated college cum laude, master's and doctorate magna cum laude. But when I thought everything came to its place na, I realized my title and career didn't make an impact to us financially and time-wise. Kaya nag-nuskin ako kasi dito ko nakita na pwedeng mayaman at pwede rin maraming oras. And also in Nuskin, more than the money and the time, dito ko nakita sincerely na everyone makes mistakes in life, but it doesn't mean I have to pay for them for the rest of my life. It is Nuskin that showed me that sometimes a good person like me makes bad choices, but it doesn't mean I'm a bad person. Yun. To my mentors, Ate Pen and Kuya Marlon Ilagan, salamat sa mga salitang dapat kong marinig. Masakit sa ego, masarap sa bank account. At syempre, sa pinaka-handsome kong mentors, Mitch and Rommel, na nagtiwala sa akin since day 1 na nag-start ako, all I asked from you was business mentoring, but you gave me so much more. To Synergy, salamat because of Synergy system, ang ordinaryong tulad ko, probinsyana, nagkaroon ng extraordinary life of freedom. To Sandy, Liza, Joey, Dennis, and Dane, salamat po sa vision. To all my partners, yes, success is a very, very slow process, but quitting won't speed it up. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Marjorie Mendoza, and this is my husband, Michael John Mendoza. I'm a public school teacher by profession, and I graduated as a scholar from the Philippine Normal University with a degree in physics for teachers. I have been teaching for 8 years prior to doing the business, and I also grew up in Tondo, Manila. I was taking up my master's degree when I was introduced into the business. At first I was doing it part-time, but after a few months, when my income tripled in the business, I realized that I can never have the life that I dreamed of for my family and my 3 children, no matter how good I am as a teacher. So I went and did the business full-time. I am really grateful to my sponsor and mentor, Kat Sahagun, who showed me the business and taught me the basic skills that I'm still applying in my business. To my very, very super galing talaga na mentor, Raymond Bariso, who instilled upon me the leadership that I need to possess, the kind of leader that I needed to be, where I learned the skill set that I needed to apply in my business. To my mentors, Jennifer Guerra, Dane Laugan, Liza Magtibay, Joey Magtibay, Dennis Ong, and of course, Mr. Sandy Martinez for the trainings, leadership, and guidance. To my husband for always supporting me. To my partner, Sidelines and Crosslines, for the unity and the team effort. I am forever grateful to all of you, and I barely just begun. I will keep pushing through, onward and upward, because the greatest enemy of today's success is tomorrow's success. To God be all the glory.
Hi, good evening. My name is Jean Fidelson. I am a stay-at-home mommy. I homeschool my 2 kids, and I have a 9-month-old baby. And yeah, I am now a new executive brand partner, so it's like, how did I do that? So, first I want to share with you, number 1, courage. We have to have the courage to dream and to step forward and tell our mentor, I want a story. I want a big story for myself. Because that's what I did. And sabi pa ng aking mentor, that's si Nikki, sabi niya, sige ha, alam ko, buntis ka. Sabi ko, at the back of my mind, it was like, bring it on. Right? Okay? So, there was even a time when Sis Nikki dropped me a message saying, how are you? It was in my last trimester, and I replied with a voice message, and I said, I'm sending voice messages to everybody because right now I'm lying in the hospital. I'm having my iron transfusion, and that's for 30 minutes, and I cannot wait. So, ganon po pagka may gusto ka talaga na gawin, may gusto ka i-achieve. So, it happened. So parang it's like no ifs, no buts, just make it happen. Okay? So that's number one. Number two, number two I really want to share is keep an open communication, an honest open communication with your mentor. That's very important in my experience because you know what, we can only see from our eye level, you know, our paths from our eye level. But our mentors, they see from above. So therefore, they have a wider perspective.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's number two. And number three, mga 10 po ito. Number three, of course, we can only do so much in our human capacity. So pray for everyone, pray for everything, because it depends on, it's always God's mercy and blessing. Thank you.
Thank you. Well said.
Thank you.
Well said.
Yeah.
Congratulations to our new executive brand partner.
Right, okay.
Thank you so much.
Good job, guys. Good job. Good job, good job, good job, good job. Good job.
Okay, and now let's hear it from our new brand director.
Brand director. Okay, wala pa tayong mga kayay. Grabe naman. We need energy, di ba? Okay. Palakpakan naman. Mga brand directors.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jennifer Guerra. I'm an accountancy graduate from Emilio Aguinaldo College, Manila. Nag-start po ako sa business part-time. Mag-work po ako before as marketing professional. We sell medical and supplies, medical and laboratory supplies in Batangas. Noong una po, ang goal ko lang makaipon ng 50K para sa 7th birthday ng anak ko. Pero after 1 year, natupad ko na din yung goal ko na maka-resign kasi nag-times 3 na po ng sweldo ko ang income ko dito sa online business ko. Solo parent po ako, kaya gusto ko yung work na flexible ang oras kasi need ko magawa ang both responsibilities as a mom and as a provider. Panganay din po ako sa 8 magkakapatid. Ang tatay ko po ay tricycle driver. Gusto ko po na itaas ang standard sa family namin kasi pag nagawa ko po yun, gagayahin ako ng mga kapatid ko. Last April po, na-qualify po kami ng anak ko sa Tokyo incentive trip ng company. Sobrang saya bilang nanay na makita yung anak mo na sobrang happy dahil nagkatotoo yung Disneyland niya. First time niya makasakay sa airplane at makahiga sa malambot na kama. Kasi 5-star accommodation lahat plus may pocket money. Last year din po, na-approve yung US visa ko, 10 years multiple entry agad. Dahil sa letter ng company, at nakarating ako sa US head office last October, US convention. So thank you po. Thank you Lord. Ikaw po nagbibigay sa akin ng lakas ng loob, ng blessings, at totoong pagmamahal. Grabe, sulit po talaga lahat ng pagod, sacrifice, ng pagluwas linggo-linggo para makapag-training. Malaking tulong po talaga yung mga ganitong event. Salamat po sa mga partners ko na nagtiwala sa akin. Sa Synergy team, sa mentor nating lahat, si Sandy Martinez, sa pagbuo ng system at lalo na sa mentor ko na si Raymond Bariso. Thank you din po kina Daniel, Lisa, and Joey, Dennis, and Angie. Kung wala po kayo at ang Synergy team, di kaya ng normal na kagaya ko na maabot ang mga susunod pang level of achievements. Maraming salamat po. To God be all the glory.
So yun, my name is Erwin Intia. So again, I used to be a contractor for a cable company. So when I was doing my business then, I exclusively handle all condominiums in Metro Manila. So it's very stressful. I have over 100 people with a payroll of $1 million every month. So very stressful. And so when I saw this business, simple na ako mag-isip eh. Of course, in business you want profit. And when I studied the business, simple na nakita ko. In business kasi, every time I would start a business, lahat ng pera ko palabas eh. Lahat ng pera mo palabas. Conceptualizing, operating, running the business. Lahat ng pera palabas. Isa lang pasok ng pera sa business eh. Sales. Yun lang siya. And so when I saw this business, nakita ko na yung dapat na lahat ng pera ko lalabas, yung skin ang gagawa eh. Wala ko ilalabas. And I just have to focus on the kitaan part, which is sales. Now, I didn't know what to do, but of course there's mentor. Like I said kanina, I learned that that product made millions for a lot of people. And so sabi ko, I also want that. If they can do it, I can also do that. I don't know how, but if I'm going to make millions, I'm willing to learn. And so, simple na ako mag-isip. I didn't want to complicate anything. So, I studied the business for 1 year. And now, I'm doing this full-time. So, I just keep doing it.
Thank you so much, Erwin and Jen. Congratulations tayo. Guys, we still have the energy. Yes, because we have seen the best part for
yung kalagay raffle natin, yung kalagay raffle natin.
Actually, meron ba tayo? Selfie? Selfie or...
Selfie!
Yes. Meron ba kayong goal natin for raffle?
For the Y-Span R2, yung Eagle Spear. Eagle Spear next year.
Okay, yeah. Ayan, yung ano, raffle?
Raffle, ha?
Raffle, yes. Ayan. Okay, so we'll be asking a bit, pero right now, let's proceed. This is actually the best, I think, since we really want to listen from this part because all the successful people, the awardees, the top awardees a while ago, you really want to learn from them up close, right? And we will do it tonight. Okay, so alam mo, I really value synergy because this is an opportunity. You know, ako, I came from a middle income class family. Although my parents are in business, they're not successful. So to be able to be surrounded by entrepreneurs who have results and they're willing to share their secrets, that's already a big blessing. Okay, so let's call on. Okay, I will call on. This will be a panel interview. I hope meron tayong chair, no?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so, okay. Now, let's call on, first, of course, 2-year presidential director and $1 million circle member, Erwin Agustin. Yes, kasama ka. Palakpakan naman! Presidential director, and you, 20 million Grand Circle. Jen Somo.
Yes!
Jennifer Somo, presidential director, and you, $1 million circle member, Mr. Marlon Ilagan. Marlon Ilagan! 4-year presidential director, and $1 million circle member, Ria Pudani. Ria Pudani! Daniel Aldan. Ayan. And this guy, we don't really learn very much kasi wala siya dito. That's why we want to maximize learnings from him. Let's welcome 2-year presidential director, $1 million circle member from Cebu, JB Villegas! Hey! 2-year presidential director, $150 million plus earner, Dennis Ong! Dennis Ong! And of course, Dong, 2-year presidential director, $5 million earner, and the father of Synergy, Mr. Sandy, the father of Synergy. The father, ang aking tatay. Okay.
Tsaka na lang, ito lang sa dulo.
Okay.
Simulan na natin. Okay.
Okay. So, I have prepared questions, okay, that I'm sure most of you are wondering, and you would also like to know their answers. So, talagang, pinag-isipan. Okay? So, let's first start with Ria. Okay, kay Ria kaagad. No? Now, yung unang question ko for you is that, I'm sure common to no? Una, kasi diba, I'm sure naiisip na to, na baka nag-succeed si Ria kasi maganda siya. Meron bang, you feel that way? Na parang siya ang ganda niya eh. Diba? So, that's my first question. So number one, was it easy and fast for you because you look good?
Parang ikaw lang yung Raymond, ha? Magkamukha naman kay ni Ria.
Uy, nandiyan yung decipher niya. Alam mo, kung totoo yan, na
maging successful ka kasi maganda ka, eh dapat sana ako na pinakamabilis na team elite at $1 million. But it's not true. In fact, my beauty knocks. My genes was actually my challenge because every time I meet, customers and clients, they would always tell me, kasi maganda ka na, maganda na yung genes mo, maganda kasi yung nanay mo, maganda yung lola mo. So, yung mga products na binibenta mo, ano lang yan, kinukuha ka lang ng model ng new skin, hindi talaga yung gumana sa'yo. So, I always have that kind of response from people. No? So, pero para sa akin, okay lang, if they say that, I would still find ways, to, give my best testimonial. Kaya may before and after picture ako. No? Para makita din nila na meron talagang, pinaganda pa talaga ng new skin, yung maganda. Nuts.
Yeah. Okay, now I have a follow-up question on that. Okay, now, a lot of people kasi, di ba, they have this, seriously na you feel na para to succeed in new skin, kailangan marami kang connection. Sinong gano'n? Di ba, parang, nako, I don't have enough connections to make it in this business. Do you feel that way? Yeah. Yes. Now, for your information, si Ria kasi, she's from Zamboanga, di ba? And you flew here in Manila and built her business from scratch with 0 connections in Manila. So, my question is, so how did you make it without contact in Manila, Ria?
Yung sinabi ko, perspective. Since I don't have a contacts, I saw that as a blessing. I saw that as an advantage for me. I told myself that I would look for the big market. I don't have to think about my friends because the big market is in front of me. Hahanapin ko lang yung tao na gusto gumanda, gusto bumata, gusto yumaman. Yun ang hinahanap ko. And they always say that you really need to have connections. So what I did, I built the connections as well. So I went to places where there are really wealthy people, people who has the buying capacity like Rustans, dun ako nagpo-prospect. Kasi kailangan ko ng mga connections. I also had to build that connection. I went to all events, yung mga pangmayaman events, pupunta ako doon. Okay, so I had to make it work. And I saw it as an advantage. So I think the bottom line is always perspective, how you see things, how you respond. In lacking in challenges. Kasi lahat naman naging successful, meron talaga yung challenge. And for me, I wanted to turn it into a beautiful story. O diba? So may story ako ngayon. Pwede kong sabihin, I became successful even without knowing anyone, without having contacts. And I made it work. So I have a story to say. So
sasagalin na kita kasi alam ko sumisimot ka ng peppermint kanina. So medyo nag-help na siya. So,
kasi nag-hairspray sa akin, nakakainis.
Yeah. So, yung follow-up question ka doon, Ria, is, so when you intentionally went to talk to people na more successful, more financially successful than you, did you feel a certain intimidation for some people? Kasi, di ba, sabi, you talk to people who are richer than you. How did you handle that? You don't have the millions yet at that time. So, how did you handle that?
No, I didn't feel intimidated. Baka sila na-intimidate sa akin. Hindi. Why? Wala. I mean, I don't feel intimidated even if they're more successful. I find it as a good challenge talking to people who are successful because I can learn from them. And I know, sabi nga lang, fake it until you make it. Diba? So, yun. Hindi naman ako na-intimidate.
Thank you, Ria. Okay, now, thank you. Now, my next question will be for Jen Soto. Yes, Jen Soto. Okay, now, si Jen Soto, you were in traditional business, diba, you own the school, right? And how do you compare building new skin business versus starting your traditional business?
Okay, yung overhead expenses ko monthly when I had a school was around 250,000 a month. Malaki ba yun?
Yes!
So, sobrang laki. Talagang gusto ko na i-close down yung school on the first month pa lang. But when you open a school, you cannot close it, especially when you have students, or else the parents will sue you. So I had to open it until the end of the year. So grabe yung millions na nawala. So tell me the stress, yung gusto mo na isara every month, tapos every month kailangan mo i-sustain. So emotionally, mentally, lahat na, grabe. Physically, it affected me. So, nagkasakit po ako. That's why I don't have kids right now. Before No Skin, my ovary got chopped off. Okay? So, I'm telling the truth to share with you yung stress sa pinagdaanan ko in that time. So, comparing it to No Skin, super dali. I'm sorry. Pero kasi, di ba, galing ako doon sa situation na madali siya because I came from that background. Kasi super hirap. Tapos ito, wala naman event. May event pa tayo? Wala. Wala. Tapos, you leverage on mentors like Sandy, then I have Rhea, Ryan, JP. I really leveraged, pati became my friends, okay? So, and then we leverage on events. Sobra akong believer ng events kasi, for me, ang events is shortcut. Diba doon sa business ko, wala akong tumutulong sa. So, ang leverage, it means they're helping you. So, the events in Synergy, your mentors, are helping you to get there faster to your millions.
Yes.
By God's grace. Thank you.
Yes. Are you still with us? Yes! Are you learning a lot? Yes! So let me reiterate again. You know, being able to learn from people. Ako kasi, I did my inventory myself. So parang sabi ko, sino yung kilala kong successful sa business? Do you know people successful in business? Do you know people who are millionaires already? And then my next question was, are these people that you know, are they willing to teach you? Are they willing to train you? Most of them, they won't, unless anak kanila, right? So these people, they don't need to be here anymore, but they're doing this because they want to empower more Filipinos through business. So, are you still with us?
Yes!
Okay, good. Okay, now, my next question is for Erwin. Okay, now si Erwin kasi, di ba, he did the business part-time. Now, and yung background niya, he was able to successfully do the New Skin business part-time. At what ano ka na sa New Skin when you resigned from San Miguel?
Diamond, executive.
Diamond. So you were already making close to $500,000 a month at that time, right? So
Yes.
my question is, was it hard for you? Mahirap ba siya gawin part-time? And how did you manage to do the business part-time?
Okay, that's a very good question, Raymond. Okay. Okay, yung part-time kasi, ano yun perspective talaga yan. Mahirap siya kapag ka hindi ka determinado. Kapag ka hindi ka, ako kasi, since squatters area talaga kami, kulang pa yung mga kwento ko kanina yung ang isa sa mga pinaka-naalala ko talaga dati, pag umuulan na, yung bahay namin, alam ko lahat ng butas. So maglalagay kami dyan ng mga balde. Madaling araw yun, hindi ko makakalimutan. Nahulog yung isang balde sa akin. Sobrang lamig. Tapos nagising ako. Sabi ko, parang sobrang nainis talaga ako. Kaya pagpasok ko ng San Miguel doon talagang 6 hanggang 10 o'clock ng gabi. Nung part-timer ako, wala akong pake talaga nag-aaral ako from 9 to 6, 7 o'clock up to 2 a.m. Pagpasok ng New Skin, hindi ako nahihirapan kasi nga gusto ko talaga maging successful. So depende talaga yan perspective niya. Kung part-timer ka tapos hindi ka uhaw, hindi ka ganun ka-driven, hindi ka ganun ka-passionate sa dreams mo, mahirap talaga siya. Pero compared to New Skin, compared to nung nag-aaral ako tapos ginagawa ko siya, nagtatrabaho ako sa gabi, mas mahirap yun. Kasi pagkapasok ko agad ng McDonald's before, gusto ko na agad kumain. Sabi ko sa manager, pwede ba kumain? Gutom na gutom ako eh. Tapos nagmamaskot ako para makakuha ko ng extra kasi may meal A, meal B kami. Para ma-upgrade ako, kailangan mag-mascot ako. Imagine mo yon, sasayaw ka. So pagpasok ko ng New Skin, kaya ngayon, for the interest of time. Kaya ngayon, pag meron yung mga grimace, ganyan, nasa party, bumabawi ako, tinutulak ko rin eh. Kasi ako yung tinutulak sa loob eh, di ba? Tinutulak, love ko. Sobrang, kaya pagpasok ko ng New Skin talaga, hindi talaga ako pabebe. Ang dami kasing tao talaga na hindi pa nga successful, sobrang pabebe ka pa talaga. Hindi ko talaga maintindihan. Yung ngayon, kung talagang wala ka na hindi mo na gusto maging successful, di wag ka mag-New Skin. Ang dami ko nakikita nagre-reklamo, sabihin sa akin, o namupuyat ako, ganyan-ganyan. Anong gusto mo? No? Alam ka naman yung mga hindi ka nagpupuyat, di ba? Kung mahaba nga tulog mo, hirap ka naman. Ang dami talaga, ang dami experiences talaga. So, graduate na ako doon. Yun. Maraming salamat. Thank you! Okay, okay na ako! Okay lang! Thank you. Passionate lang ako, passionate. Ginigising ko lang kayo, si Tia, may init ang ulo yun. Now, I want to ask Marlon, our new $1 Million Circle member, and 4-year team lead. So, for the new people, di ba, parang wow, 4-year team lead, yung $1 Million Circle member, parang nakaka-wow, galing niya, right? But I just want to ask, was it easy for you? Was the new skin journey smooth all the way? Because you know, when you compare new skin, let's say, versus in corporate, in new skin kasi yung personal, yung promotion mo is based on you. Like, for example, in corporate, kahit na nagsipag ka na, binigay mo na lahat, pero madalas hindi ka pa na promote, right? So wala yung control doon, right? So, but in your case, for example, Marlon, in new skin, kasi people see right now you're a new $1 Million Circle member, 4-year team lead. Was it easy for you? Was the journey smooth? Marlon?
Medyo cautious kasi ako sabihin. Mahirap kasi isipin ng mga tao parang horror story na mahirap. Parang for me, hindi siya madali, pero saktong hirap enough to build my character to be the right leader for my team and for my business, and to build my character enough para ma-hold on ko yung ganong yaman. So, syempre, di ba alam natin sa Pilipinas, lahat ng nananalo ng loto, di ba, nadudukak after a few years. Kasi yung character wala, hindi sapat para ma-hold on yung yaman. So, yung challenges ko sa hindi madali, pero sabi ko ba dito? Okay. So, hindi kasi sa straight line for me kasi usually yung track natin, di ba? LOI, brand rep. So, maraming beses kasi ako nag-file ng LOI kasi hindi ako pumapasa. So, buti na lang sa loose skin, walang nakikick out. Sa traditional business kasi, pag hindi ka pumapasa, next year, di na-renew yung kontrata mo, wala ka ng business. Or nababankrupt ka na. Sa loose skin, wala, LOI lang ako na LOI. Sabi ko, okay lang, siguro maling email address na bigay ko, kaya wala akong notice of termination ng loose skin distributorship. Yun pala, hindi pala ganun sa loose skin. Sa loose skin pala, they give you time para you can be the best person that you can be to become successful. So, may best ako nag-LOI, tapos matagal ako naging brand rep, tagal din ako hindi naman naiingit, na-amaze talaga ako when people make their first million on their first year, second year. I think I made my first million. Mabagal talaga ako, hindi ako gagayahin. So sila, ma-inspire kayo sa kanila. At least ako, medyo lumakas yung loob mo na kaya pala talaga. Okay, so ako lang yung purpose dito papalubat yun. Kasi took me 5 years to make my first million. So kanina na-inspire sila 1 year, 2 years. Tapos, magaling, 5 years to make my first million. 10 years to make the next 50 million. So medyo, although sa corporate, 10 years, di kaya tawag 50 million. Oo, tama din. So medyo bumilis naman ang outlet. So, tapos yung inisip ko lang, marami naman nakakagawa, bakit hindi ako? Hindi ako nainggit sa kanila, pero naisip ko lang, kaya nila eh. So, I never blamed my uplines. Di ba, minsan secretly, biniblame mo uplines mo kaya di ka nagsasucceed. Minsan secretly, biniblame mo may something mali sa loose skin or may konting mali sa system kaya hindi nagsasucceed. Hindi naman yung totoo eh. Ang naisip ko lang, kaya maraming successful kasi maganda yung system, maganda yung company, maganda yung opportunity. Baka lang merong mali sa akin, baka lang meron akong kailangan i-grow as a person, as a leader, baka may kailangan akong matutunan. Sabi ko, kung may kailangan akong matutunan, lahat naman ng bagay natututunan. Magkaiba naman mahinog yung mangga tsaka nyog. So baka naman ibang prutas lang ako kaysa sa kanila. So sabi ko, mahihinog din ako eh. May ako sa loose skin. So,
thank you for... my next question is for Daniel. Okay, now, Daniel, you come from a very well-off family already. And I heard you mentioned to me before that yung parents niya even offered him already his own taxi fleet business, a Jollibee franchise. So imagine mo yung parents mo offering you a Jollibee franchise just to give up new skin. And 50 taxis just to give up new skin. Would you do it? Baka iba sa inyo, di ba? Doon pa lang sa 10 taxi, o sige na, di ba? It was 50 taxis and Jollibee franchise, but Daniel decided, o iba nga, angkas lang, give up na ito. So, angkas pa lang, give up na. Totoo, right? So, why did you choose new skin over the taxi fleet business or Jollibee franchise?
Actually, I think coming from a privileged family is like a gift and a curse. Diba? It can be a gift kasi parang you feel so secure. Diba? So growing up, I was pretty sheltered talaga. I studied in Ateneo, so savior, so parang I never had to work, never experiencing commute. Diba? Walking from Shangri-La to Mega Mall today was like, uy, medyo malayo pala. Nakakawin. So stress talaga ako. And then, kami pang kuya dun no? So parang sabi ko, discombobulating. Anyway, so you know, it was a gift, no? But at the same time, it was a curse, diba? Kasi you know, all my life I was taught to be secure because my parents were financially okay, diba? But I knew that you know, I had to make a choice in my life. And kasi when I growing up, nakita ko sa yung lifestyle ng family ko, my parents were financially successful, pero family suffered. Their marriage suffered, relationship with us, yung children, really suffered. So, you know, I was determined to break that because whatever happens to you in your childhood, sometimes it's not your fault, right? But what happens to you when you grow up is entirely your fault. So I knew that I had to learn from the past. So I knew that, you know, my dad has money and he uses money to control people. And I wouldn't let his money control me because I was determined to live my life on my own terms. And alam ko na, okay, taxi business yan, pero wala naman ako natututunan dyan. Number two, you will use that also to control me, so I don't want that, right? And of course, ano ba nangyari sa taxi ngayon? Medyo parang nalulugi na siya because of all the Grab and the ride-hailing apps, right? And then number two, yung Jollibee, okay din. Pero syempre, I mean, your new skin business can give you more than a Jollibee. Tapos alam mo ba, ang Jollibee or McDonald's merong mandatory store upgrade after X number of years? Meaning, once you pay the franchise, hindi pa tapos yung gastos mo. And all the inventory has to come from them, right? So sabi ko, I never wanted all of that. So sabi ko, instead of choosing security, I chose freedom. Freedom, you know, medyo more dangerous, pero you know what? If you want the best life, it's not for the faint-hearted enemies. Yes. Diba? I mean, you can exchange that for being sure-footed. You know, you'll never go far. Diba? You have to lose sight of the shore if you want to be a skilled sailor. You can't keep staying on the beach because you can't learn to swim there, right? So sabi ko, you know, I really need to go out of my comfort zone. So I decided to pursue the business. I chose new skin over everything that he offered me. And fast forward, I made $1 million. I married the woman of my dreams. I'm full Chinese, meaning I'm the one in my family not Chinese sa buong clan namin. So that's like, and then, you know, the best part about this business is you get to prioritize your faith because my parents are not followers of Jesus. Diba? So that's what happened. And I only work 2 days a week, and I have 5-day weekends. Is that good? Yeah. So if you're like me and you value freedom over security, because you know, yung security kasi looks nice. Diba? Being happy now, security promises happiness now, but happy now does not mean happy later. Right? So choose wisely because your choices will eventually have consequences. Thank you.
Thank you, James. Thank you. I want to now ask JP, all the way from Cebu, because I heard that JP is a popular kid in Cebu. Heartthrob. Heartthrob ng Cebu, baby. Okay. Ganyan na. So talagang popular kid siya. So my question is, what were your challenges in building new skin business? Kasi heartthrob ka na ng Cebu.
No, I think no, just let everybody know. Yeah, you don't have to be good looking to do this business. But you know, one of the challenge that I had, was okay. Well, of course, a few of you guys, my story. I was sent to the States to practice my profession therapist. Okay. And of course, the offer there was good because 20 years ago, 350,000 per month starting. 20 today, that value is already about close to 600,000 today, right? So of course, I was faced whether to go to the States or to work here with Newskin. Now, of course, one of the challenges that of course, I have no business background at all. So I said, if I were to do business, I have no business background. I think I would have a hard time. However, I thought about it also, I didn't know anything about my cross occupation. Studying after, 5 years of body, I knew what my courses were about. So I knew just like any skill, being successful also in business can also be learned. So that was the challenge because a lot of people were teasing me, a lot of people were thinking that I'm crazy, lots of people are praying to get their visa. Here I have all that. I have siblings, and my transition would be very simple. However, I looked at it, lifestyle that was presented to me. And the challenge was for me to get that kind of result right away. Okay? Because sending me already to the States to work there. So that was the case. I had to work hard also to get there. Well, as soon as I got to the business, of course, it wasn't smooth because but a few of you guys don't know. Okay, that I grew up linguistically challenged, stuttering and stammering all my life since the age of 7. I would go, what's your name? How you doing? From grade school to high school, okay. I grew up, I was teased all the, yeah, that's why I was so popular. Because I was teased. This guy's handsome, he plays basketball, but he can speak straight. You get me? But then, of course, it was very hard because I really grew up, being teased a lot. I was teased as a... So it was very hard for me. I would laugh at it, but I said, Lord, for you, I just... strike the lighting on. But one of the challenges came when one guy really humiliated me in the whole class, because he thought that I was making all the noise. He said, "You shut that up!" And I was shaking that light, and I said, "Lord, what's my future going to be like?" I said, "Lord, what's my future going to be like?" I lost hope in myself. My future. What am I going to be in the future? Just a piano, something that wouldn't involve me speaking. So that was really the goal. I was praying, and then overnight, still the same. I was stuttering and like that. But of course, I knew how to how to hide it. But it was really tough for me. I wanted to make it big in this business, into network marketing. I want to make it big, but I couldn't speak, fluently. A lot of people would make fun of me. The first thing that I challenged is this. When I was calling people, a lot of you guys, once you call, the only challenge is handling objections. When I'm calling, oh, Jake, kumusta, Jake? Well, it's like that. And I feel so embarrassed already. Oh, Jake, kumusta? That was my challenge. So, of course, it was hard. It was hard. I kept on praying, but time and again, I was praying and praying. And truly, this is a God-given business for me because this is where I got healed. When you do things again and again and again, you gain confidence, and of course, you have a very big opportunity that you're so confident about, eventually you have that confidence, and I caught myself speaking more fluent, and again and again and again. So, big challenge. But of course, it was also an answered prayer that I've been praying for the longest time. I mean, of course, we pray for something, right? But I've been praying for 17 years to heal me. Can you imagine? 17 years to heal my speech, right? So all this year, I have to keep on changing my perspective. Okay, the Lord was actually working on me, on my heart. Not just changing my circumstance. He was working on me, that I'm dependent on Him, that I really, serve Him.
Thank you, JP. Thank you. And now I want to ask Dennis. Okay, now Dennis has a background already in multiple businesses prior doing New Skin, and even his family business. You kwento mo during BUMs about your lolo or dad being able to retire from the business at 70, 80.
My dad is still working right
up to now. Wow. So you have already a pretty good background or experience when it comes to traditional business. So from your personal businesses and your family business. So my question is, from what you have experienced with New Skin, what do you think is the biggest benefit of New Skin business, of doing New Skin business?
Yung finances naman, once you do well in whatever you do, definitely money will be there, right? It's just that most of the time you have to give up, a lot of a huge part of your life just to pursue money. So obviously you'll be able to have more control back. And for me, control kasi being able to decide how you want to live your life is the most important thing, right? You can have all the money in the world, but you have to be in the office by 7 o'clock in the morning. You won't have a good life. So for me, that was one of the biggest things.
Can you just share a little bit of how the financial freedom aspect of the business was able to, there's a very interesting story from you about when you were starting your family and how New Skin was able to allow you to do that.
I think a lot of people know that, for those people who know me for quite a while, I've been married for over 10 years before we actually had our daughter. And, my daughter was due to IVF. And we actually had to go through three cycles because the first 2 cycles was not successful. And unfortunately, when you do IVF kasi, yung katawan ng babae, technically parang siyang buntis. Pero pag hindi successful kasi, parang siyang nalaglag. Ganun yung naramdaman kasi ini-injection ka ng hormones. A lot of people would ask me, why don't you have another one after my first daughter? So I'm not willing to sacrifice my wife's health. I'm very happy that I had one already. So, putting a lot of those medications, I will promise you, is definitely unhealthy. But for me, my first procedure was actually in Manila. And during that time, it cost approximately, just for the medication lang, around 600,000. Wala pa yung mga ibang mga check-up fee mo kasi pag every time that you go to a doctor, you have to pay for the check-up fee and everything. So it was unsuccessful. 2 years later on, we decided to another shop. And my mom was very helpful. Actually, my mom was actually telling us, na, you know what, kami bahala sa finances. Because we do have our own business, we can afford to do that. So my mom was very supportive on that area. My wife, nga lang, ang maganda sa wife ko, meron siyang sariling panindigan. Sabi niya, ayaw niya pa rin ng utang na loob. Kasi bigay yan eh. At the end of the day, even though my mom was actually willing to give it for free, the idea that it was given to you, parang it doesn't sit well for my wife. So I actually, we went through like 2 more years. Then we actually had another shop in Singapore because that time Singapore was actually the most advanced. And we're fortunate enough that the doctor in Singapore was the first ever doctor who did a successful IVF in Southeast Asia. Magaling siya, medyo may edad na. Okay? Pero hindi para sa'yo. So we had another failure there. The treatment in Singapore is actually more affordable. It's probably close to like 350,000. Ang difference lang is that, of course, I have to be with my wife in Singapore, and we stayed there for almost over a month. So we have to pay the rent, and you know how much expensive rent in Singapore. So plus minus, halos nadudun din yung budget So dun pa lang nakita ko na yung malaking difference. Kasi even though it was a failure, but I was able to stay with my wife for the entire month, over a month, in Singapore. I was not in the Philippines to run this business, okay? And I understand that, hey, the leverage part is real, okay? And the last one is we went to Taiwan. And the Taiwan part is the one that, doon talaga malaki ang naging realization ko. Kasi siguro mga 12 pairs kami galing sa Pilipinas. 12 pairs. And after the treatment, siguro dalawa lang yata kami, if I remember, na naging successful. So the other 10 pairs came home na hindi siya successful. Before we actually came back, I had a conversation with one of those couples there. And sabi ko sa kanya, so ano gagawin mo pagbalik mo? Sabi niya, well, I plan to come back as soon as I can, to get the treatment. And I understand why, because this guy is a lot older than me. He's probably maybe like 6 years older. Yung wife niya that time was around, 50 na. Or yeah, it's late 40s na and everything. So the window is actually closing already. And so I asked him, how long did it take you to, so you plan to come back within the next couple of years as soon as possible. How long did it take you to save up for your first procedure? And he told me that they actually took them around 10 years just to be able to go through one cycle of IVF. 10 years para pinag-ipunan na para kang nag-plant ng pera sa inidoro. Sabi ko, so it took you 10 years to actually go and do this. It was a failure and you want to do this within the next 2 years. Paano mo gagawin yan? Hindi ko tinanong kasi I can do the math in my head. But the most sad part, it's not funny, it's actually the most sad part is, sabi, Dennis, hindi ang problema ko eh. Kasi when I go home, I don't really have a job anymore. And I asked him why. Sabi niya kasi, he works for a very good company with a very good position. But when he decided he want to go to Taiwan with his wife para masamahan, hindi siya pinayagan ng kumpanya, hindi siya pinalid. Okay? So, kung ikaw yung sitwasyon, kasama mo yung asawa mo, and medyo siyempre may edad na, natatakot, mamimili ka, papasok opisina, or sasama mo misis mo. I'm sure every guy in the room would say, sama ko misis ko, right? Ito kapalit, mag-aabol ka. So nung inabol niya yun, pagbalik niya, wala siyang trabaho. Can you imagine that type of situation if you were in his shoe, okay? What are options left in your life? And I don't want people to be in the position where pag nandiyan ka na, wala ka ng choice, you basically choose the worst case scenario because you don't have any more available option left. So right now, when most of us are being able to be given a lot of options, you want to choose right, not because we don't have anything left right now, so we can actually have better situations, options in the future, right? Now, people say that, being successful in New Skin, what does it give you? Financial freedom, right? And you see that financial freedom is having the ability to do whatever you want, tama? Yes. But I realized one thing because of the situation. Financial freedom means better this way. You can choose to say no to things that you don't want. If you want to say no to going to work because you have to be in a clinic, because you have to send your parents to a clinic to a checkup, maybe spend a month with them in the hospital kasi walang magpapantay, you could say no to the office. You could actually say yes to taking care of your parents. So, most businesses allow you to make the money on a short-term basis. You could get things that you want, yes. But most businesses does not have the ability to give you the option to say no to things that you do not want. And for me, that's the most powerful thing. Right? I hope that. Yeah.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you. Okay. And then, of course, lastly, we want to hear from Sandy. Pass the mic to Sandy. Thank you. Now, for your information, I remembered Sandy because he was sharing this. Now, when you first attended the success seminar, you were even sitting at the back. You don't have that big organization, and then yung mga awardees, like other people were actually being recognized, not you, not your team, right? And then now seeing that like 90% of the success stories are from your organization. My question is, at that time, why did you create this system, or where did you also get that conviction or the courage to start from small? Start from small, and then why did you create the system of synergy?
I actually didn't want to attend that seminar before. And I told the manager, kapag pagka-attend, parang magiging cheerleader na ako ng iba. We don't have people going up on stage. We don't have people that are going to be recognized. So what am I going to do there? And I remember that manager said to me, and that manager of New Skin that time was a veteran. He was he was from another bigger network marketing, older network marketing company before. And he said, trust me, that is the reason why you need to come. I don't know why he talked to me that way. I don't know why, but basta, he just told me maybe he sees my effort in the office. Because, being a traditional business owner, wala kang pakialam sa recognition eh. Basta kung trabaho na ako, basta kumikita, okay na, wala kang pakialam dyan. So I actually don't like walking and going to the stage. That's not me. And that's JP, but that's not me. Sanay si JP dyan, gusto mo, pasayawin mo pa yan. But I remember that time, that feeling that I got. I saw other people, I saw the stage, and I remember the competitiveness in me came out, just nag-iba yung outlook ko. Couple of things happened. I said, if these people can do it, we can do it. Right? And then the second thing that I say is that I know some of those people, or most of these people are quitters. I said, magaling lang yan sa simula. Because I know, because that's what people are, right? We quit our exercise, we quit our diet, we quit relationships, etc., etc. Sabi ko, 90% of this, if I know this industry well, will quit. And one day, so that was coupled with the decision, so that became like a decision. One day, sabi ko, this event is going to be our private event. It's going to look like a private event. So nagkaroon ako ng vision bigla of what needs to happen. Right? That's what I want to happen, and I've already made the decision. That is going to happen. That's what I'm going to construct in my head. Here's the deal. When you join the business, I realized one thing. Entrepreneurship does not come naturally to people. Me, Daniel, and maybe Marlon is fortunate, or Dennis, because we were born to parents who we could see that were really doing business. We saw their hardship. I saw my parents' hardship, and so when people said, what was the most, some people like to ask this question, what's the most difficult thing that you encountered in this business? And I think, sometimes I have to think about that question. And the reason I have to think is I have to think of something that will be palatable to them, because in truth, in my head, there is none. Because the reason why is because I'm comparing that to what my parents had to go through. Ang layo lang talaga kasi. Kami nila, Jet, we have a lot of good time, we eat out, we laugh, we play games, etc. With JP. Cebu is like JP's mom is like my second mom. It's like going to Cebu was not work. It was fun. Howard was a good friend. We're like a family. The traditional business isn't like that. The challenges are very real. You're talking about banks running after you, the BIR running after you, people, pag naging successful yung business mo, meron namang meron namang mag-KMU, and so on and so on and so on and so forth. And there's just so much stuff going on. And so I saw my parents fail, I saw them get up, and hindi sila nagkukulang sa, alam mo yung, when we eat during dinner or lunch, alam mo, parang nag-MBA school ka kasi nagkikwento sila about businesses that failed, why this so-and-so uncle became a multi-millionaire. So, napipick up mo yung mga ganyan. Now, I don't know what goes on in your home. But if chances are, if your parents are not entrepreneurs, siguro iba yung kinikwento. Baka mas madali sila mag-give up, mas madali sila umiyak. Kung gano'n ba, siguro mas matapang at mas palaban yung parents ko. So I realized that the bridge between this business and success is to equip people. And so I realized in order for me to fill this room up, we need to build a school. We can't, it's just not me. Kasi kung ako lang, I can handle myself. I don't need motivation, just like that Vietnamese said. Then my parents don't need the motivation. Traditional business doesn't need motivation, but most people do. Most people do. And so it changed. And then I said, this business is totally opposite to ours. Sa amin, we just take care of our own business and leave everybody blind. But this business is about you being able to empower others. I realized one thing, the secret to this business is this. That you first need to build people before the volume. You have downlines, and that's why some people say, pinagtsagaan mo kami, ganun. If you know Marlon before, and he struggled, Marlon was a really good kid, never complained, never anything, pero yung volume niya, insignificant sa volume ni Daniel. But, we treated Marlon
like he was going to become Blue Diamond because he will. Kasi we've been in the business long enough to know it's not the result now. But when I see the fighting spirit of the person, when I see that person, so they just, I remember that particular downline, I'm not going to mention the name. But that downline also wasn't really doing well. And he would qualify as executive, and you saw him earlier, by the way. He's not in this room, but you saw him earlier. He's also a multi-million-dollar, he's 4-year team lead. But by golly, he would become executive, babagsak. Magiging magiging gold, magiging executive. That was his journey. So you would never think, but when I told his upline, I said, bro, I said, this guy is going to be your first Blue Diamond. And then the upline said, are you sure? Because he thought, because that guy was insignificant. He was not the performer. I said, yes, I could see it. And through the system, so the system is there to incubate. The system is there to empower. So that we don't just become successful, but we can empower hundreds to become successful. Right? We are not here for our own success anymore. We are here to make hundreds of people become successful. Right? And that's the best thing about this business. And it's not, I'm not saying that because I'm what do you call that, no? But I feel, I'm thankful that I get to see. You have no idea how it feels like. I don't know siguro kung ikaw parent ka. Ako hindi ako parent, no? Pero when I see the faces of parents when their children go up, getting a plaque, getting an honor, getting something, di ba masaya?
Yes.
Iba ang feeling mo, di ba? Yes. Although lahat ng bata ko binibigyan ng plaque, di ba? So can you imagine the joy that I feel when I see people like JP right now, Ria. You know, when Ria came to Manila, many of you don't know this, but I was more worried for Ria than she was for herself. Because if you think she's beautiful now, you should look before. She was, magsa-stop yung my driver told me, sir, sino yung maganda na galing sa taas? Because sometimes the car would stop to look at her. And then mag-jeepney papunta sa Fairview, araw-araw. And while everybody was going up, was being promoted, Ria was not. But I saw the fighting spirit. And so, this team gives you the time to learn, to grow on your own. That you need only to compete with yourself. Yes? That's the most important thing. And so when I listen to people like Erwin and Marlon, and the joy that you get is incomparable. I guess that's what they say, that the biggest joy that you're going to get is when you help other people succeed. When you help other people, period. And I have friends that feel that they can get that joy from doing training. Sabi ko, bro, you and I both know. Dada ka ng dada sa front, everybody feels high, and then the next 3 days, tinaktakan sila ng boss nila, down na naman sila. They're back to square one. There's nothing. Ano mo, motivation and training from outside, from those speakers that you pay, is absolutely useless and horseshit. Because they're not teaching you how to make real income. They're not giving you results. You know, dito kasi iba. Because it's an on-the-job training. You know the difference there? And you really need to invest. Diba ang pera ganon? Ang pera pag ginastos mo lang, pag binili mo lang ng something, walang return. Ang pera pag in-invest mo, may kabalik. Am I right? Here and now, I will tell you this. Do not look at your downlines as money. Invest on these people, even though when they are not yet qualified. And when these people, when you build the people, the volume and the money will just come. Does it make sense? So synergy stands for that. Okay, and that's the reason why even though before, even when we were already doing well in synergy, the other group were still getting more film titles. They were getting a lot more Ruby, Blue Diamonds, and etc. Kami steady lang kami. And our people were not like theirs. Kasi yung sa kanila talagang ang bibilis, no? Maybe because they were told to do other things. I don't know. Pero kami nila Dennis, no? We will speak by what we know to be right. Okay? And we had people that were ordinary people, but today, they are the superstars. I don't know who you are, what you're going through right now. I can only tell you this, if you have already made the decision to be successful, you know what's a decision? A decision is like when you went to school and you said, I have to graduate by hook or by crook. Right? The decision that you made when you said, yung magandang babae na magiging asawa ko yan. Dali lang do, hindi mo, you know what I'm saying? Diba? If you made that decision already, the how will really follow. Yes or yes? That's the only criteria here. Bawal dito ang tamad, bawal dito ang walang pangarap. Pero pag nakapag-desisyon ka na that you really want success in your life, and number two, you're willing to do massive action, this team, this system is created to help you succeed. We are not the superstars. We want you to be the future superstars. Okay? So, nothing will make all your leaders over here happier than seeing more of you become team elite and have transformed lives. Okay? So, how many of you here are going to be future presidential directors? Okay. Tatak mo yan sa bato. Decisionan mo yan. And it has to be a decision that says, no matter what. Because I will tell you this, if you can only be at our position right now, you would say, by golly, that was the single best decision I've ever made in my life. And every month you look at your paycheck, it reminds you of it. I don't know how many of you feel so overpaid every month. But sometimes I don't look anymore. Because, you know what I mean? So I'm telling you, not everything that you do is worth it. But everything that you do will require hard work. Yes or yes? Yes. This business will be easy? Of course not. Nothing good ever comes easy. Yes. I was educated by my parents at a young age to know that. But as long as you're willing to learn, Synergy is here to teach you exactly what to do. But you need to be the one that has the drive to make it. Yes? Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Let's do the raffle first. Okay, so can you draw? So we have three, no, tatlong items. So let's do raffle. Yeah, ours first.